So, about 12 years ago, I met an unhoused person on the street, started chatting, realized they needed a place to stay, and offered for them to sleep on my couch. And it did not turn out well. They started to make some sexual advances towards me, and I ended up kicking them out of my house. I think they stayed for 1 or 2 nights before shit hit the fan, but I learned that I can't help everyone, and just because I have a couch available for someone to sleep on doesn't mean I have to offer it to every person who asks. And I have what is called bleeding heart money block. So one of the things that stops me from making money is being a bleeding heart, and it's not just stopping me from making money, it's actually stopping me from giving my most incredible, powerful, beautiful gifts to the world, because I'm getting drained by these little side quests as opposed to putting my full energy and heart into the ways that I am meant to help on planet Earth. So obviously inviting this unhoused person is like one example of a side quest that wasn't aligned for me. And I actually heard this salmon activist say this. This was also like 15 years ago. He was obsessed with salmon in the dams and saving the salmon, and that was his full passion. But he said, you don't have to save the salmon just because that's my life's work. That's what I put my life towards. There's shit everywhere. The world is on fire. I think we all can agree that the world is on fire. And so there's so much work to do to clean up this mess. And so you can help if you're a teacher, if you're meant to be with, young children, you can heal the patriarchy in 5 and 6 year olds as a kindergarten teacher, or you can help in whatever way is fulfilling for you, because there's a huge need for help and support, and there's not enough help and support out there. And so you don't have to help every single person. There's not enough hours in the day. And instead you need to find, it's the Howard Thurman quote. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you feel alive, because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So this bleeding heart money block, for me, it shows up literally in my chest. I feel kind of nauseous. I feel hooked. If someone is suffering and asks me for help, it's harder for me to say no. If someone is, rude and demands my time, tries to overpower me, I will fight them. I'm like, you're not overpowering me. I'm going to fight you. I mean, obviously, if there's like physical violence involved, that's a whole nother level, and I'm maybe not going to fight them. But if someone's trying to overpower me and tell me to give them my time, I will fight them. But if someone is begging, if someone is saying, I am struggling, I need your help, it's much harder for me to say no. And this comes, it comes from a bunch of sources. Obviously, folks socialized as women are told that a lot of our value is helping people and helping people for free. That is, if you say no, you're called a bitch, or if you are assertive with your ideas as opposed to submissive, you're bossy. So there are these ways where we're socialized to be soft and helpful and not ask for money. So that's part of the wound. And I got to spend some time with this incredible founder of a $20 million venture fund last week. And it was so cool to see her being warm and caring and supportive and not putting her energy behind anything she didn't feel like it. Like, I think I don't know if she never had the bleeding heart money block or if she's totally healed it, but I guess she's probably healed it because she definitely is a bleeding heart type of person, someone who wants to make the world a better place. But it was cool to see how she conserved her energy, and then when she was excited about something, she would totally dive in and support. And Brené Brown has this quote that I forgot to pull it up but before I started recording, but the gist of it is that there's been research done that the most compassionate people in the world are those who have the strongest boundaries, because they can reach out and try to help anyone anywhere, because if they know if it becomes too much or if it becomes unaligned or if anything happens, they can extract themselves, they can set their boundaries, they can take care of themselves. They're conserving their energy. When you set boundaries, you have more to give because you're not drained all the time. You're not trying to pour from an empty cup. So the most compassionate people on planet Earth are those who have the strongest boundaries, but the bleeding heart money block tells you to not set boundaries. So you are going to help more people over the course of your lifetime if you have strong boundaries. Because if you take the first step towards helping someone and you don't have your own back that you can get out, if it becomes overwhelming for you, if it becomes too much for what's going on, if your circumstances change so you're not able to help them anymore, you're not going to take that first step towards helping them. But if you have your own back, if you have your own boundaries, if no matter what happens, I can extract myself, you're going to offer help to more people, because as soon as something goes awry, you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to be out. So to heal the bleeding heart money block, the thing you have to start to do is strengthen your boundaries even more. If you're watching this, you've probably already done some boundaries work, and your boundaries are probably at a higher level than they used to be, but you need to continue to strengthen your boundaries higher and higher and higher. So some examples of how you work your boundaries is growing boundaries is just like going to the gym. So you just have to do your reps, and you want to start with a 1 pound weight. So if you haven't done very much boundary setting at all, you want to start with super teeny tiny boundaries. You want to start with negotiating what restaurant you want to go to with a friend. You want to start with sending food back at a restaurant if the food comes out and it's burnt. You want to start with postponing a coffee chat if you wake up the morning of and you have terrible cramps, or if you're just mentally exhausted for whatever reason, texting your friend and saying, hey, can we push our coffee date to next week or to next month? You want to start with the small boundaries, and then incrementally you're going to increase your boundary strength. So then you're going to go to a 2-pound weight. And maybe that's, pulling your boss aside after a meeting and giving some feedback privately and saying, hey, the meeting was great overall, but I actually had this other idea about that. And maybe you're not ready to say it in front of the whole team, but you can talk to your boss one-on-one and assert yourself, or say, I'm concerned about this idea because of XYZ. 2-pound boundaries can be writing an email to set a boundary. Of course, I want to get to the point where I'm setting boundaries in the moment, in real time. But sometimes I realize after the fact I wanted to set a boundary, so I send a follow-up email where I'm setting that boundary, or send a follow-up text that said, hey, I know I agreed to the coffee date, but actually this month is crazy for me, so I'm gonna have to postpone, or I'm gonna have to not go on the coffee date for now. So you increasing step by step, you start to increase your boundary muscle. And the higher your boundaries become, the more actually you're going to help the planet, help the people that you want to help. And you're also not going to be feeling drained all the time. Because when you're acting from this bleeding heart money block space, you are going to feel drained all the time. You're not going to have a lot of time and energy left for yourself or for the precious work that you are meant to do on this planet. There are certain gifts that you in particular have that you are supposed to give to the world, and you want to protect those gifts at all costs so that you can give the gifts to the world that you're meant to give, so that you're not just giving willy-nilly everywhere and then feeling drained. So we're going to go deeper into all of this in the Feminist Millionaire portal that I'm opening in a few weeks. The first date is May 12th. For phase 1 of the portal, the first 100 people to sign up, it's free. And you're gonna learn somatic tools, KINK based tools that are going to help to energetically within yourself and as a group open this portal that is gonna help you build wealth in a way that's ethical, in a way that's feminist, in a way that's helping the world, in a way that fights fascism and everything that we are facing right now globally. So you are super warmly invited to come to phase 1 and to also phase 2, which is the second phase, and is a paid exclusive experience for just 12 participants. 3 spots of that are already gone, so there's 9 spots left. And of the 100 free spots, actually, for phase 1, at least 76 spots are gone. So I think there's 24 free spots left. So definitely grab one of those if you are interested today. And I'm so excited to get to spend time with you and to heal the blocks that are in the way, including the bleeding heart money block, but many other money blocks, people pleasing, perfectionism. There's so many money blocks. And support you to do the work in the world that you're meant to do, get paid well for it, take care of yourself and your loved ones, and have a surplus of money so that you can help others, you can put it towards causes you believe in, and we can work together in this time of great need. It is a time of great need. The world does need feminist millionaires as opposed to fascist millionaires and billionaires. So please come grab one of the 24 remaining free spots for phase 1. Sign up for phase 2 if you feel called, and I would love to spend some time with you. Okay, talk to you all soon. Bye.